So, following on from the unboxing video, here is some more information and a quick tour around the menu system on the Feelworld LUT7S monitor. So as you can see, we're just feeding a test signal into the monitor now. So some of the features of the monitor, there's 3 quick function buttons on the top of the monitor. So by default, the first one is just programmed to mute on and off. The second one is an input selection. That's going to select the HDMI. That's selecting SDI. The SDI and HDMI inputs are limited by the SDI will go up to 1080p up to 60 frames per second, and the HDMI will go up to 4K Ultra HD up to 30 frames per second. The SDI and the HDMI have no interconnection between them, so the SDI in and SDI out work as you'd expect, but you cannot put an SDI in and come out on HDMI. There's no converter built into the monitor, so it's either HDMI or SDI, but not both and not between them. So some of the features on the screen. One very useful feature is the power button on the left hand side also doubles up to turn the touchscreen on and off. Just a simple click will turn the touch off, and then obviously has zero effect on the screen. The touch on, you can then use the touchscreen to call up the menu system. Also, one useful thing on this monitor is the ability to zoom in and scroll. So if you want to check on a certain part of the image, you can quickly zoom in and zoom back out again. On the left hand side here is the volume control. On the right hand side here is the backlight control. The backlight is also controlled via a light dependent resistor on the top here to detect the environment that you're in. So if you're in bright sunlight, it will ramp up the brightness of the screen to compensate. Also, if you're in a dark room, it will reduce the brightness so there's no glare off the screen. Okay, so double tapping the screen will take you through the menus. So you've got focus assist, zebra, monochrome and false color options as the first set. So if you turn focus assist on, it will then give you a focus level and a focus color that you can select. Similar with zebra, the zebra value can be set. Monochrome, grey, red, green, blue and off. And false color, type 1, type 2 and off. They're all the options within the first menu. Looking at the second menu, this has your grid options, so you can turn your grid on and off. The safety marker, center marker, a marker matte and a marker color. All the options on there to assist with framing. On the third, you have scan mode, aspect ratio, anamorphic mode, flip horizontal, flip vertical, zoom, freeze, pixel to pixel and return. So you can select a pixel to pixel on the screen as well, and that will give you, as it suggests, a 1:1 ratio. Obviously this signal feeding it is 1920 1080, which is the same as the screen. Obviously if it was a 4K feed, it would zoom in. So the final option we have here is waveforms, parade, vector, RGB histogram and audio meter. So you can turn on the audio meter on the side there. For SDI, it will show a 4-channel audio meter, and for HDMI it will show a 2-channel audio meter. With the quick buttons on the top of the screen, these are currently set as default. The first one is mute on and off. The second one is for the input, HDMI or SDI. And then the third one is set for all waveforms on and all waveforms off. On the monitor, there is another set of menus on the bottom where you can set up quick switches. So you can turn the grid on and off, safety marker on and off, and what percentage or ratio you would like. Center marker on or off. The map marker on or off depending on the ratio you want it displayed. False color, type 1 and type 2, and the LUTs. So you can turn the selected LUT on or off easily there without going through the side menus. There is a scroll wheel on the top, and when you push that in, it will bring up that menu. You can go along to select what you want, press it in to turn the item on or off. So you go to safety marker, scroll to what you want, press it, and it will apply that. Then if you go there, you can turn the marker, change the marker, or turn it off. So it's just a way of navigating the lower menus if you have the touch disabled, because you don't want to interfere with the screen, but you do want to get to some settings that you use daily with ease. The screen does seem to attract fingerprints, unfortunately. It's quite a reflective screen, which is a bit of a shame. It would be nice if it was more of a matte finish to the screen. So the power consumption on the monitor in the specifications is claimed at around 20 watts power consumption. So we tested this monitor with a single NPF 570 battery, which was 21.5 watt hours capacity. And as you can see, it lasted almost 1 hour. That was with a single battery. With two of the NPF 570 batteries, we'd have been looking at approaching the 2 hour mark. Alternatively, if you power via an NPF 970 battery, you're then looking at 47.5 watt hours, and then you're looking to easily get 2 hours per battery. So with two NPF 970 batteries, you're looking at continuously powering this monitor for up to 4 hours. As you can see on the rear of the monitor, you have the SDI in and the SDI out. Also on this side, the HDMI in and out, a headphone socket, the power button and touch enable disable button. On this side we have the SD card slot. Down here we have the headphone socket, and underneath here we have the DC in, which shows us 12 volt. On the specifications it says DC is 7 to 24 volt, but actually printed on the case it shows 12. And the DC out to power a camera via a dummy battery is 8.4 volts. As you can see, we've got both batteries fitted there. That should give us about 1 hour 50 of usage with them NPF 570 batteries. You will notice on my Feelworld monitor it has no branding. I think that is because it's such an early model of this monitor that it's just slipped through the net with zero branding on there. Thank you for watching this quick overview of the Feelworld LUT7S monitor. Quick review of the menu system and battery life. Hope you found the information useful. Please click subscribe.